Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I'm so excited. I'm here today to do the Bookaholics Anonymous Tag, which I tried very hard to find the original creator of, but I couldn't. So if somebody knows who did create this originally, please let me know. And I was tagged by Glenn's Bookshelf, and Glenn is a relatively new booktuber, so please check out his channel. I will link to his channel and his version of this tag down below. But please go and say hi and welcome him. Before I get into, like, do I have a book buying problem or something like that? So you can see 2 bookshelves there. Then there's another 3 bookshelves on this side. There's one straight in front of me. There's 2 here, and then there's 2 shorter books, shelves on either side, on both sides, excuse me, of the door. And then I have Alice, my library card. And it's completely full. I have to read something because there is just not enough room on it. So yes, clearly we have a problem. But a good problem to have, I guess, in some ways. I'm very fortunate to have my own home library, although a lot of books actually I could let go of. But it's not just my library, it's my husband's library. So anyway, before we get into the questions, I just want to say, I am going to tag some people down below, but if you haven't done this, please consider yourself tagged. And if you don't have your own booktube channel, I would love to hear your answers to some of these questions in the comment section. So please let me know what you think. All right. Question number 1. What do you like about buying new books? And I'm going on this on strictly the new, brand new books. So we have one new bookstore where I live. And again, I understand the price of books is up everywhere. It's not just here. But it's also, a smaller bookstore. So there's a lot of things that I would love to buy from them and support them, but they don't have them. I have never seen any Anthony Trollope at our new bookstore. I did recently see Anthony Trollope at both of our used bookstores, which was very exciting. It's just something about being around new books, the smell of new books, the feel of them, all that kind of, I don't know. And that sounds weird maybe, but I am a bookaholic. Question 2, how often do you buy new books? So I personally don't buy new books very often, although I say that, and I just bought myself a book last night online. but I bought it on, it says it's new, but I'm buying it on eBay. So yeah, so that's I think that's another question. But so how often do I go to our new bookstore and buy something? Again, a few times a year. Not very often at all. We are expected to get a Barnes & Noble in my community next year. So I don't know how that will change things. but I'm going to talk about one of my projects for 2026 here shortly that will hopefully help the onset of a brand new Barnes & Noble. So question 3, bookstore or online book shopping, which do you prefer? So again, as someone who doesn't drive, there's very little in the way of public transportation where I live. Everyone's just, you just have to have you pretty much have to have a car and drive. I can walk to 2 of our 3 bookstores right now, but like Barnes and Noble, I mean, it is so far away from where I work, where I live, in our community. Now, I say that relatively. I know some of you who live in much more urban parts of the world, yeah, it would be nothing. I have a 5 to 7 minute commute to work, just to give you like some idea. But yeah, so I tend to look for things online. I have found a eBay retailer that I really trust, that often has books that I could never buy here. You know, I would never in a million years find in one of our, even our used bookstores. Yeah, so I kind of tend to gravitate to purchasing online, but again, not always. And I do love browsing at all 3 of our bookstores. Even if I don't find anything that I have to have, like I do love looking, right? There's something about the hunt maybe for it. So 4, do you have a favorite bookshop? I only have 3 bookstores, you guys, so soon to be 4. But yeah, so I mean, all 3 bookstores, our new bookstores and our 2 used bookstores, they all have very different vibes, very, very different vibes to them. So, you know, for certain things, I would definitely go a certain place. I enjoy going to all 3. Like if someone said, hey, I'm gonna go to such and such a bookstore, like, do you want to come with me? Like, I'm always up for that. Again, it's kind of the hunt and seeing what's there. You know, sometimes one of our used bookstores is just a treasure trove, and sometimes not so much. So yeah. Question 5, do you pre-order books? So I did not know until Katie from Books and Things published her first book how important pre-ordering was. So when her second book came out, The Trouble with Mrs. Montgomery Hearst, I did pre-order it from Blackwell's, which has, I think, free shipping to America, and it was hilarious watching everybody, like, all these videos of us opening our packages of this book online, because we could, you know, you cannot buy this in the US. So I hope that changes in the future. So I did pre-order this book. Most of the time though, you know, the things I want have already been published, or, you know, I buy very few like brand new, like new release kind of books. So I did pre-order that one. I have her other book, The Secrets of Harwood Hall, but I want to give away from her for that. So that was really, really exciting. So I have both of her books. Question 6, do you have a monthly book buying limit? I mean, no, I don't, in part because it's like, well, I've already like lost my mind. I have moments where I kind of go crazy. So one year on Booktube, I won a $50 eBay gift certificate. And for some reason, I felt like I had to spend it all on books, and I had to spend it all right away. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, so a lot of things on this cart are from actually that $50 eBay gift certificate. I got a ton of things. Of course I've read some of them, but yeah, I just, holy cow, I lost my mind. Usually after Victober every year, you know, after listening to so many recommendations and people talking about certain authors and things like that, I just, yeah, I go crazy. And one year I had a huge haul of new books. I bought all the Palliser books. I also bought another trollop, and This House of Mirth was one of those things. And like this cover, like you cannot buy this in the United States. Like you unless you manage to find one at a used bookstore, which if you do, you should pick it up. But yeah, it's got a UK price and a Canadian price on the back. I don't go that crazy like every single month. And I can show tremendous self-restraint if that's necessary. So one of my plans for 2026 is not buy any more books, to just focus on what I own. I will say there is one exception to that, and if I go and visit Gina from Gina Stan Your Books, who I'm tagging in this as well, I would definitely buy books. Question 7 kind of ties into that. Book buying bans, are they something for you? So in 2020, pre-pandemic, my husband and I decided we weren't going to buy any books in 2020. We were only going to focus on books that we owned. And we each got one book that year. And one of the things I realized is that I read books that I'd owned. I tried to read books that I'd owned for a really long time. And I realized, like, this is not me, or this is not the book I thought it was going to be. And so I was able to unhaul quite a few books. I sent books out to other people in my Booktube community, and but I did not. A lot of those books I let go of. There's still one or two that I'm like, why am I keeping this? Like, do I want to keep this? Do I want to let go of it? You know, that sort of thing. But in 2026, I am going to be focusing very heavily on, like books I already own now. Again, I just bought myself a book last night, so... But I'm not going to do something... I don't read 100 books a year, so I'm not going to do something where, like, I can't have a book until I've read 100 books. Like, that. No. But there's certain categories. Like, I have a bunch of mass market paperbacks. You can't see them all right here. But, like, I would like to read, like, 5 of them, you know? Just to decide, like, oh, okay, do I want to keep this? Or maybe, like, this book... The Ivy Tree by Mary Stewart, it's really beat up. I mean, it's really, really beat up. And I feel like I could be wrong. I feel like I've read it before. But I just want to read it, and then I would definitely let go of this. So there are some books that my husband thinks are so beat up that he won't put on the shelf. Like, if you see my copy of The House of Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I mean, the spine, it's pretty bad, right? It's pretty bad. So again, like, if I end up reading, and I should return to this book. Anyway, so I'd like to read this and then decide, like, do I want a better edition of it, or is it just one of those things I'm just going to read once and let go of? So, anyway, okay. Question 8, how big is your wish list? So, I mean, I guess there's kind of 2 lists, like maybe like things I would like to own. And there is, I do have an Amazon wish list, but I stopped putting it at the bottom of my videos. There's not very much on it, and I looked at it the other day, and it needs to be updated. So, and then there's like my mental wish list, and that is actually what I want to, like, again, what I want to focus on. Like, what are the books that I want to read, that I really want to get to? And so, you know, some of them are too large for me to read in one year. I mean, can you imagine? Like, if I read 4 books in a year. I mean, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but like, it would be pretty boring. It would be pretty boring content-wise. Let's put it that way. So I also just want to say to all of you out there, like, if you're gonna buy a book for a booktuber, for somebody who has a channel, again, like, you have absolutely no idea what I own. There's, like I said, more than 1,000 books here, and so maybe it's a good idea to like ask, like, hey, do you, like, I have had people send me pictures and say, hey, is this what you're looking for? Like, is this what you want? Like, I've had books that were on that Amazon wish list, and then somebody was like, oh, I found a used copy of it that's pristine, like, can I send it to you? You know, and I'm like, of course, take it off the wish list, right? So, but yeah, like, you don't know what books people own, and so I just think, like, exercise some caution there. Like, even if you think you're really great at buying books for other people, which you may be, but I mean, you could buy me a book that I love, but I've already read it. I'm not gonna read it again. Recently, Nathan left a comment about a book that was actually one of the first books that Jason and I got after starting to watch Booktube. And so I read that book like way back at the beginning of my channel. So that was 2018. And it is a great book that he recommended. But I own it and I have read it. So like I said, just, you know, just think about that. If you want to buy a booktuber a book, like, just, you know, maybe ask a question first. So again, going back to the wish list, like, I don't think I'm going to post my Amazon one just because it's pretty small. Okay, question 9. Which 3 books from your wish list do you wish you owned now? And I think that's a very dangerous question to answer, so I'm gonna dodge that bullet. As far as books I own now, you know, I would love to read Call It Sleep by Henry Roth. And again, like, it's a pretty beat up copy. I can't remember if I bought it. I probably bought it used, but I don't know how many reads it has, and like, if I love it, I would like to get a better edition of it. But I might not. I bought Zane Grey's Riders of the Purple Sage one year for June on the Range, which I didn't end up reading. So yeah, I'd like to read it, and then I feel pretty confident that I'd be willing to pass this on to one of you or take it to the used bookstore. This book, The Gift of Asher Lev, Gina actually sent this to me because I could not find it anywhere. Nowhere. And so, yeah, like, does it have a very dated cover? It does. But so many of you have recommended him. I read My Name is Asher Lev, which I loved. And that book, literally, I got done with it, and it was in, like, multiple pieces. So it's gone. But I did really, I thought it was excellent. And many of you told me that I needed to read The Gift of Asher Lev. So Gina found this at a used bookstore and sent it to me, and I was very happy to finally find a copy of it. And it doesn't feel like it might have been read once, maybe not, but you know, again, I don't know if I want to hold on to that or not. So yeah. lots of things to think. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to hear your answers to some of these questions down below in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can always leave an emoji or give this video a thumbs up. I would also encourage you, if you haven't, please check out my Ko-fi page. You can follow me there without having to leave a tip. And I have some very special holiday content up. So please check that out. There will be more throughout the month of December. So yeah, don't miss out on that. All right, Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.